Hi, I'm Owen from the English Folk Dance and Song Society, and I'm here with Emily Mae Winters, who's playing at Cecil Sharp House on the 3rd of October. So Emily, let's start off by just telling us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I'm a folk singer-songwriter, and I've been playing music for the last sort of 5 years. Last year I released my debut album, Siren Serenade, and I'm currently working on my second album, High Romance.
So tell us about the new album. What's kind of the idea behind it?
Well, it was generously supported by FDIS Creative Seed funding, and it's kind of grown a lot from what my initial sort of idea was, which was to explore how socio-political issues have remained the same or not throughout history.
Mm-hmm.
So I began looking at old songs and how they dealt with subjects such as women, the movement of people, the environment, and wanted to basically write new songs which dealt with those same issues but from a modern perspective. Once I began to work on those songs here at Cecil Sharp House, I began to see that some of the songs were kind of linking up and that they were all quite hopeful and optimistic and all sort of linked into this one idea of romance, but not necessarily in the traditional meaning of what we understand as romance in terms of love and relationships, but just in terms of a sense of idealism and a striving to move forwards with ideas and escape reality. And so that brought me to the album title and concept, which is High Romance, which is based on a line from a John Keats poem, When I Have Fears.
Mm. So as a singer, who would you say your influence is? Because I think listening to you, you've got quite a powerful voice, I think, in a way that I guess it's a bit unusual on the folk scene. That kind of style of singing.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I was not trained as a folk singer per se. I definitely frequented folk clubs, and I lived in Ireland for a number of years, and so know a lot of traditional Irish songs. But what I grew up listening to was a wide range of country music, pop music, musical theatre, soul, and folk and singer-songwriter artists that I love. In terms of who I'm influenced by now, I think definitely crossover artists such as Sarah Jarosz, Aoife O'Donovan, who kind of bridge that gap between folk and Americana and singer-songwriter.
Something I'm particularly interested in is the way musicians are branding themselves these days and how the sort of imagery they're using. And I think the photos from your most recent album with kind of the blue watery aesthetic, that stood out a mile from all the other photos I was working with at the time. What was that kind of a musical decision to go with that sort of aesthetic?
So with that, I was basically inspired by a painting of Ophelia. I know, it's so random. So I after drama school, I played Ophelia in Hamlet and got to sing all these bawdy songs from Shakespeare. And there's this beautiful painting of her in the lake after she's drowned. And I was just thinking about how a lot of the songs on the album were quite nautical or to do with memories and fate, being at sea. And obviously the title track, Siren Serenade. So I basically contacted the wonderful Ellie Lucas, who lots of people know in the folk scene, and she's amazing, and said, I've got a bit of a random idea that I want to just get into some water basically and have this picture sort of taken from above. And bless her, she got a paddling pool, and we just threw in a lot of glitter, and we had to do it in kind of timed takes so that I didn't get hypothermia because it was really cold. But yeah, I did get blue fingers after that photo shoot.
So aside from the new album, what else have you got coming up for the rest of the year or into next year?
So obviously the tour kicks off with the gig here on October the 3rd, and then I'm touring for the whole month of October. So I'm really looking forward to getting back out on the road, and I've got a band with me for a few of the dates, so I won't be lonely. And just really looking forward to that and seeing everyone. And then November I'm going to be in pre-production with Matt Ingram, Matt Urchin Studios. So just sort of bringing the songs more to life, honing in on the arrangements, and then December, first 2 weeks recording the album. And I'm just, today I've launched, I've been very lucky alongside the Creative Seed Bursary from EFDIS to receive an Emerging Artist Award from PRS.
Amazing.
So that involves running a pre-order campaign through Pledge Music, and so I'm actually launching that at the moment. And then album release next year, June 2019. And I don't know any further than that.